finally, the number 7, what you have to do. That is, now you have to take preparation to learn and to practice simultaneously. That you will start. All things are set. 1 to 6, all things are set, right? So in number 7, what will you do? Dear learners, dear viewers, Assalamu alaikum, and this is Khaja. Welcome to a new video on 7 things you must do before you start learning English. Why you should do things before you're starting of learning English? Because if you start learning English, any sort of English, without proper preparation, without these 7 steps, most probably you'll not be able to learn English. Then you'll blame the teachers, the centers, or different persons. But the thing is different. If you prepare yourself, if you go for early preparation before you start learning English, you will be a successful learner, no doubt. So number 1, what you have to do at first before you start learning English? That is the purpose of your learning English. Why will you learn English? Different persons have different purposes for learning English. Someone for going abroad, IELTS, or someone for job, career development, someone for family entertainment, someone for acting, someone for entertainment industry, someone for research, many things. Someone for doing business outside of the world, someone wants to communicate with the different categories of the people, with different countries of people, someone wants to be a communicator in English, someone wants to be English presenter, someone wants to be a newspaper reader. So whatever, we don't know. So know your purpose. Why will you learn English? What are the purposes or purpose of your learning English? What will you do if you know English? What will you do with your learned English? Why do you want to learn English? That means your purpose must be clear to you. If you don't know why you are learning English, the next things will be a waste of time and investment. You'll be lost in the different types of English and different mechanism, different techniques, different methods. You'll be totally lost. You'll not be able to learn within your required time. Maybe you will be frustrated. So first thing, for learning English or anything, you must have to know your purpose of learning English. Now you know what will you do with your learning English. What will be the next step? Next step is to know your present level. That is, we call in-situ level. Definitely you know English. All people nowadays know a lot of English, lot of vocabulary. They can do conversation in English. Maybe broken English or basic level, whatever. Everyone knows lots of English. That's for sure. Now you have to know your level, how much you know. That's very important. Why that is important, we'll tell it in the third step. What's about your vocabulary level? How much you know at this moment? What is your grammar level? How much you know about grammar at this moment? What's your listening skill level? What's your written skill level? What is your spoken skill level? Which level you were? You were in basic level, elementary level, and which level? You have to know that very clearly to fulfill your purpose. So how can you know that? You know about your vocabulary level, you know your grammatical level, you know your listening level, you know your spoken level, written level, whatever. So you know your purpose, you know your level. Now what to do? Now you have to set your target. You are in this level, you want to go that level. You have set a target level. If you are in basic level, you cannot set advanced level within 9 months. So go step by step. Go for intermediate level, then upper intermediate level, then you can go for fluent level, upper fluent level, in this way. What will be your next level? That will be determined by your actually present level. So you have to know present level. The third one is you have to set your target. And remember that when you set your target, like you want to learn upper intermediate level within 9 months. So timeline is very important in setting target. Target without time is valueless. So you have to set your target with your time. Like you want to learn upper intermediate level within next 9 months or 1 year or 2 years, because you know yourself. So you can set your time that you may take 9 months or 12 months or 2 years. That will be actually based upon your present level. Which level you want to go and where you are. Okay, so number 4, what you have to do before you start learning English. That is, you know your purpose, you know your present level, you know your target, and you have set your target. Now the question is, how will you achieve your target level within the required timeline? You have set your timeline. That means in number 4, you have to make a plan. You must make a plan. Clear plan, crystal clear plan. Like, you know that your vocabulary level, you want to improve that vocabulary level, you want to improve your grammatic level. But what will you do when? Which things you learn when? I mean, maybe for vocabulary mastery, you can take 6 months. That in first month, second month, third month, fourth month, fifth month, sixth month, what sort of vocabulary you will learn gradually. You have to make a vocabulary plan. You have to make a grammatical plan. You have to make a listening skill level up plan. You have to make a, if you want to learn written skill, then written skill level. I mean, what will you do in which month? That is plan. So, I mean, you will segregate what you have to do, and you have to set your time for achieving those things. I mean, you will see the clear plan so that you can understand in which month what you have to do. So the plan is clear. Number 5, you know your purpose, you know your level, you know your target, and you have a clear plan. Now what you have to do in number 5 is this, you have to go for implementation, right? How can you implement your plan? You will implement your plan by, when it comes about implementation, that means resources. You have to set your resources. Like, you have to improve your vocabulary. How can you improve? By listening podcasts, reading newspapers, or by buying books. Which books you will buy, and what sort of books you will buy, what sort of podcasts you will see, what sort of YouTube channel you will find to learn your vocabulary level. Or for grammatical level, you have to select the resources. Which books are the best? Which are the best books for you? Maybe the book is best for another one, maybe not the best for you. So you have to select your books which are best fit for you. So all the resources you'll make list. For grammar, what you have to do? I mean, this is called sub-activities actually. So for vocabulary, you have to divide what sort of vocabulary you learn. General, then your departmental, then social media, then internet based, then recent based, then generation G vocabulary. Which vocabulary you learn, you have to segregate those. Then grammar, which sort of grammar you need to learn. Maybe you are good at tense, maybe not good at in other things, preposition, or you like to know the pronunciation, American, US, or British, what sort of pronunciation you like to know. And every time you have to segregate everything, like listening, which level you were, and what you have to do to improve your listening skill. Written skills, what you have to do to improve your listening skill. The task is not only one. Like in plan, you will write the vocabulary, but in implementation, you have to segregate the vocabulary plan in different categories, grammar into different categories, listening into different categories, so that you can achieve every part of every section. Like for vocabulary, you may go for 2 or 3 sections. So what will achieve? What will you learn in which month? You will see the clear picture. At the same time, you have to collect the resources and you have to start. For like a subjective vocabulary, you have to collect some resources. For Gen Z vocabulary, you have to collect. For social media related vocabulary, you have to collect other sources, right? For grammar, you have to buy maybe books, or for selecting some YouTube channels, you have to go through those, right? So these are the resources. By resources, you will implement your plan. Number 6, what you have to do before you start learning spoken English. That is, you have to select a proper, I would say again, proper and perfect listening partner. I mean, that we call talking partner. Talking partner is absolutely essential, and we have put it separately. It is such important. If you select your talking partner wrongly, that will be disaster. If someone is much better than you, someone is talking more, someone is not giving you time, proper time. I mean, time sharing during conversation with your talking partner is utmost important, so that you get enough time, he or she gets enough time. So both of you make the conversation very livable, I mean very enjoyable, so that both are interested to continue for next day. So talking partner selection is tremendously important. Before you start learning English, select find out a best talking partner. If you don't have a talking partner, you will feel challenges. Like in resources, I have missed one thing, that is teachers, mentors. That will be also in implementation plan. I mean resources. You need English teachers, English mentors, coaches. So those even not enough if you don't have a talking partner, because the teacher will take care of you for a few minutes. Maybe it's not possible for a teacher to take care of every student in a 40 members group. Maybe in 1 week or 2 weeks he can give you one-to-one support, but every day it's not possible. He'll be busy with his lesson, delivering lessons, and some people will respond well. He or she will be busy with those high performers. What will happen to you? How can you do practice? So you need a talking partner, almost slightly better than you, not more than that, or not lower level of you. That is very important. Finally, the number 7, what you have to do. That is, now you have to take preparation to learn and to practice simultaneously. That you will start. All things are set. 1 to 6, all things are set, right? So in number 7, what will you do? You will start. What will you start? You will start learning, because your implementation is there, your talking partner is ready, all things are ready, and you see the whole plan very clearly. So you have to start learning. You will learn vocabulary, you will learn grammar. Is that all? No. You will do 2 things simultaneously. You will start 2 things together. That is learning, practicing. Practicing, learning. These 2 things will work together. If you think that after learning you will start practicing, that's a very wrong idea, and that will take more time, and that will not be actually helpful for you, because when you learn, if you do practice, that will be instilled. This is called instilled, means entering into your brain slowly and permanently. That will instill in your brain if you do practices what you have learned. So learning and practice those learning. So learning and practicing and learning. I mean, go for simultaneous activities. So number 7, you have to start your learning English in both ways. One is learning, the other is practicing. And you must run this in simultaneous way and together, so that one will supplement each other and your learning will be the best. And definitely the time or target you have set to learn English for your required level. Maybe you have set 1 year for upper intermediate level or upper fluent level, whatever you have set. You know about yourself and you have set that. Achieve those target. You will reach to that target within your set time. That is very important. One is achieving your target, and that target must be achieved within your set time. So for that you have to run simultaneously. You have to start learning, and at the same time you have to start practicing. So learning, practicing, learning, both will go continuously, and definitely you will reach to your level. Definitely you will reach to your required targeted level. But the question is, again, if you start without these stages, if you start without any plan, you will be lost, because you don't know your target, what sort of English you need. If you don't know what sort of English you need to learn and which level you are and which level you are going to reach, then how can you plan your own study plan? How can you select a teacher? How can you select a group? How can you select a talking partner? You cannot select nothing. Everything will be unplanned, and that is called hodgepodge, and you will be lost and you will not be able to learn English properly within your set time. So to learn your required level English within your set time, you must do these 7 things earlier. Then you will be successful in learning spoken English or any sort of English. Thank you so much for watching this video.